Hey there, folks. Welcome to Advisory. I hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome back from Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had a good first day back yesterday. Today, I want to talk about how to plan out the rest of your semester so that you can make the grade that you want to make in each of your classes. But first, I have several announcements. First off, as you probably know by now, we have some EOC testing happening this week. Today, Tuesday, it's up here on the third floor, but it'll be on the first and second the next couple of days. And so you need to check the Longhorn lookup next chance you get to figure out if you are testing and where, or if your class is being displaced somewhere. So make sure if you have any questions of where to go, especially the next couple of mornings, that you check the Longhorn lookup under the testing tab of Longhorn Country. Also tonight is Spotlight WT White. It is going to be from 5 to 7, and it's going to be an opportunity for us to showcase the many awesome programs that are here at WT White. We will have performances from several of our music groups here. That will be around 5 in the auditorium. But this is a great opportunity for us to show prospective students that may want to choose to come to WT White what we are all about and all of the cool things that are happening here. So if you have a younger sibling or cousin that you know is in our feeder pattern and will be coming to WT White eventually, you may want to bring them up and show them all the cool stuff we got going on. All right, the Night of Dance from the WT White Dance and Spirit Department will be on December 9th. That is next Tuesday. It starts at 7 p.m. in the auditorium. Tickets are $10 cash, and the doors will open at 6:30 p.m. So come support and celebrate our Dance and Spirit Department. They've been working really hard, and it's sure to be a good show. This Saturday, December 6th, is a pickleball tournament being put on by our tennis team. Anyone can play. You can sign up with a member of the tennis team or with Coach Elliott himself. $25 per player or $50 per team. And that is this Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Next week, December 11th, that's going to be Thursday, is going to be our music department's holiday concert. This is choir, orchestra, jazz band, mariachi, band. Everybody who is in a music group here at WT White will be performing. The cost is $5 to support our music department, and the concert will start at 7 p.m. in our auditorium. So come listen to some fun, festive holiday tunes. Also happening from now until December 12th, so basically the next 2 weeks, the WT White girls track team is doing a toy drive where we will collect toys for kids that need it or could use a toy or a gift this Christmas. And you can drop off gifts to Coach Thomas in C201 or to the athletic office. And finally, perhaps the tastiest announcement, there's going to be a fundraiser for the WT White High School Spirit Night. All you got to do is go to Cane's down here on Webb Chapel Road on Thursday, December 4th. That's this Thursday from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. and tell them that you are there for the WT White fundraiser. And 15% of the sales for that night at that Cane's will go towards the WT White Spirit Night. Go get you some fried chicken and donate some money to a worthy cause. That was a lot of announcements. A lot of good things happening over the next couple of weeks here at WT White. And speaking of the next couple of weeks, that is all we have of regular instruction. And that is part of what we're going to be doing in advisory today is planning what we need to do to make the grades we want over the next couple of weeks. So just as a reminder, from today, December 2nd, we have 4 A days and 4 B days left of instruction. And then that last week is for ACPs. So today we're going to think about what we need to do to finish the semester strong. And to that end, I have 3 tips. And some of these tips may seem pretty basic, but they're important to remember. It's important to get back to the fundamentals when things get stressful. So tip number 1 is to do your assignments on time. And it's deeper than just trying to get a good grade in the class, doing your assignments on time, because it also helps you understand the material better at the intended pace. Your teachers have planned out the units and planned the material that you need to know when you need to know it. And so doing your assignments on time makes sure that you understand the material better. And you can also spend more time studying when you do your assignments on time and less time catching up. So do your work. Got to do your work. Tip number 2 is to ask for help. I think that a lot of the times we feel intimidated when it comes to asking for help. Maybe we don't want to admit that we don't know something, or we don't want to be made to feel dumb, but asking for help is what school is all about. You're in school because you need to know stuff.
And there are people here that know stuff.
So, throughout the time in someone's class, you should ask questions about what you don't understand. Don't just let it slip by the wayside and say, I won't need it, because you might. And go to scheduled tutoring times or ask when your teacher is available. Just by simply reaching out to your teacher and asking when you can go to tutoring or when you can talk to them individually about the concepts that you don't understand, just asking that will go a long way and will be very impressive to your teachers. They'll be very willing to help. And if you're feeling confused about something that may be on a test in a couple of weeks, or if you're feeling confused about an assignment that you've been putting off turning in, now is the time to ask for that help. And now is the time to get those things in order. We all need support, all right, no matter where we're at in life or in school. And so this is a good skill. Asking for help and seeking support is a good skill to learn. And my third and final tip is to plan ahead. Don't let things sneak up on you. Start thinking about which of your finals or ACPs do you expect to have the most trouble with, right? Not all classes are as hard as the others. Maybe you have some that are a little bit more difficult, that you're a little bit more worried about that test. So you should know what classes those are and maybe focus more on those as you study. Then ask yourself what big projects or deadlines are coming up. I've harped about making a to-do list and a calendar just to know when those deadlines are coming up and when those exams are going to be.
And the third thing is what extracurricular activities may take up your time between now and winter break. Maybe you're involved in sports, or you've got a big concert coming up, or maybe you have work outside of school. Make sure you factor those things in as well when you are making your plans.
All right, enough of the voice. I have a couple of tools that I have prepared for you to plan ahead for the next couple of weeks and to see exactly where you stand in each class. To help you out with this planning for the next couple of weeks, I have put a few digital tools up on the advisory tab of Longhorn Country. So if you go to Longhorn Country and go down here to advisory, and then on that page, you scroll all the way to the bottom and you'll see these resources here. If you don't have computers in your advisory class right now, that's okay. These resources are going to be left up on this tab. So next time you are in a room with computers, you can still use this grade calculator and answer these questions. For today, you can answer them on paper. But when you open this grade calculator, it helps you take note of what you need to do specifically in each class to pass the semester. So you'll put all of the names of your classes here. Maybe I'm taking Spanish 1, English 2, math, I don't know. And then you're going to, in this column, column G, put in what your grade was for the first grading period, C1, the first 9 weeks of this semester. You're not going to mess with any of the other columns quite yet. So say, for example, in Spanish, I'm doing okay. I've got an 85. Maybe in English 2, I've got a 90. But say in my math class, I didn't do as well as I wanted to, and I got a 60 for the class in the first grading period. Now you'll notice that the average under S1, column G, went down to match those numbers. You're not going to change anything in column G. Let column G do its thing because it's going to change automatically. Now, in column F, under where it says C2 critical grade, I'm going to type in my current grade for this grading period. You'll have to maybe look this up on PowerSchool. So say that in Spanish 1, I'm holding steady with a B. I got a little bit better. I got an 88. You'll notice that the average for semester 1 changed. In English, maybe I kept some things up, but I fell a little bit further behind and got an 85. So you'll notice my semester average changed. But say that I'm still struggling a little bit in math, and my current grade is a 72. All right? Look what happens when I enter that 72. The average still is lower than passing. It's a 66. And so if I'm currently making a 72, and my first grading period, I made a 60, I am not going to pass the semester and probably will not get credit for that semester. And so what you do now in the C2 critical grade column is type in a higher number to figure out what you might have to make in order to pass for the semester. So say that I can work really hard and I can get up to an 80. That's going to get my semester average to a passing 70. However, we also have an ACP to take. And so you'll have to make sure that you make an above passing grade on your ACP so that that doesn't bring your grade down. After you finish with the grade calculator, I want you to click this document. I have it in English and in Spanish. And this is a reflection for you to think about these questions and really focus in on what you need to do from now until the end of next week to be in good shape for the semester. But that is all from me for today. I'm going to leave you to do those activities. Again, if you don't have computers, you can answer the questions on the slide after on paper. Hope to see a lot of you tonight at Spotlight WT White. Until next time, be good to yourself and others, and I'll see you real soon.